'Cause I have some issues. What, Eve? Come here. Come on. Come here. Oh, you want to play? Okay. I will commit. Not having it. What's up? Hi, Bill. Long time no see. My table's off first. I don't know what it's on. I don't know what it's on. Oh, you just nosy. Excuse me. This is not your show. I don't know what you think this is. Eve. She's tripping. Well, since I saw Capricorn first, we'll start with the earth signs. What's the truth for the earth signs? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Happy birthday to all the Tauruses. If I like you. JK, happy birthday. And you roll of duct tape in a dark closet. That was the cat. Come here. I don't know what she's doing. Excuse me. Flo. She's weird. What are you doing? What are you doing? She looks like she's trying to eat the carpet. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What is the truth for Taurus? Right. Last video was the cat, the kids, and now it's the cat. If I have time at the end, I'll do personal questions. But the only thing I require for personal questions is that you make a donation to my PayPal, which is paypal.me/guidedtarot. Bill, will you put that in for me, please? Because I can't type it on my phone. I still gotta figure out how to make you a moderator for this, but. What is the truth is for the Sign of Taurus? I gotta bust out that computer. For personal questions, at the end, for people to do a PayPal donation to paypal.me/guidedtarot. Just so people are aware, I do them at the end if I have time, and I'll usually take a few personal ones, but the bottom is the Five of Swords in reverse. So, I feel like somebody had mixed feelings, whether it was you or them. I feel like you might be involved with someone who's like an alpha. You guys might be both fixed signs, or you're both like used to being the boss, and it was like you're trying to avoid something, or you were trying to avoid it, but it's like now you kind of want to just like take it slow with this person, but there also might be other people involved in this. I feel like someone has a lot of anxiety. They're like, should I block this person or another person? I feel like someone feels like they're stuck in a situation for some of you. Some of you guys have a father figure or someone who you listen to that's probably not the greatest. Hi, Jennifer. So I think that the truth of the situation is that for some of you guys, this could be a situation where you end up really happy. The Sun card is like like material bliss, a happy ending, you know, enlightenment, finding out the truth. I think that's what you need to know, is that this situation could be really happy for everyone involved, but someone's like still really guarded to this. Like someone feels like they're paranoid, because, you know, people have been hurt, and it could be on both sides. So if like two people have been really hurt, then we're like, I don't want to go into this because I don't really know if I'm going to get hurt, or like, could I be happy with this person? Because I just feel like in the past somebody really wasn't solid. Somebody didn't really do the things that they said they were going to do, whether it was you or them. I feel like this could be an ex for somebody that you're dealing with, and it's like this person was a lot like this situation to them, but at the same time this person like was the one who promised a lot of things and never followed through. So now someone's like sitting here like bored as shit, like, are you gonna offer me love, or am I just gonna sit here with all my cups and be bored? You know what I mean? Like, she's bored as shit. Like, she has options, but she's like turning everything down. You know what I mean? And honestly, I feel like someone does want to like say they have feelings or whatever, but it's like hard for someone to do. Or maybe it's just hard for her to talk about it in general. Cause I have some issues. What is the Romance Angel Oracle cards for Sun Aquarius? I feel like if there were any mixed feelings, there aren't anymore. I feel like for some of you guys, like, this is... So someone like wants to take a trip, someone wants to go on a trip, do something together maybe. You have soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmates. And then you have make the effort, but it's in reverse. So it's like somebody wants to either travel towards this person because they feel like they have this connection, but at the same time, like, no one's really making that effort, or you feel like this other person isn't, or maybe that's what you should do because you feel the chemistry with this person. But it's like, some of you guys, this is a relationship where you're like, you don't know if you want to work on it with an ex, and some of you guys, this is a new situation. You don't want to it's like you're not really sure maybe if they're over with someone, or if you really want to go down that road again, whatever the case may be. Virgo. The truth of the sign of Virgo. I didn't even timestamp this. I gotta go figure out what the timestamp is. The messages for the sign of Virgo. What is the truth of the sign of Virgo? Something that they should know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So, the moon. We're not sure. We're kind of walking in blind, I think. There might be some other people involved, Virgo, or there was. You kind of figured that out, and now you're kind of stuck in your head, like, you don't really know. You feel like you really do feel like you're walking in blind with the Eight of Swords, but at the same time, there's still love here. You know what I mean? But I feel like there's still something from your past, or their past is still kind of like lingering here, and you're like, I don't know. Some of you guys, this is the father of your children, and you still love them, but you're just like, you feel like either they need to kind of wake up and smell the roses, or kind of like you're wondering if you're walking into a trap, or it's like, does this person have feelings for other people? Because I feel like there's just too much drama in the past. The truth with the High Priest in reverse. Whatever advice someone is getting in a situation is fucked. I think that because the High Priest is a spiritual advisor, somebody who gives advice as like a counselor, teacher, whatever teacher they had was kind of fucked up, to be honest. And that's like whoever they listen to, however they were raised, whoever their mindset is the way that they are is because of this person. And it's like they didn't really teach them the right way to do things. But at the same time, it's like this person wants to put more time into this and to invest in this, but it's like they're not really moving forward on that right now because there are some options here, and maybe the communication isn't the greatest, or maybe someone has a lot of things going on and they're like, I don't fucking know. It's like no really final decision or papers have been signed in this, basically. It's like someone's not taking the advice. Maybe it's legal advice that they're not taking, so maybe if that's what you needed to know. but it's like you just don't feel like your side is really being heard in the right way, or maybe you haven't had the chance to like speak your truth or speak your piece. The Five of Pentacles in reverse is someone not wanting to be left out, because the Six of Cups is someone who is a soulmate, someone who it's like they want to open up to you because they feel like you guys have a connection, but it's like there's some lessons that need to be learned, or there will be, and it seems like it's a karmic situation for some of you guys, or it was. I feel like you had to learn something in the very hard way, or what you need to know about this person is they have to learn this in the hard way, because there's no other way for things to be learned. Like sometimes people just will keep beating their head against the same brick wall until you break your nose, or you know what I mean, you kind of figure out, well, maybe I shouldn't keep doing this, like maybe I shouldn't keep doing the same shit. Communication needs some work. There's a lot of things not being said. There's a lot of people kind of watching or paying attention, or just kind of like, I feel like there's just like other people that are involved in your business for some reason, and it's like it's not helping anyone to make the right decision in this situation. Just a whole lot of other people talking shit, you know what I mean? But it's like you guys need to kind of sit down and have a conversation, like one-on-one or with a mediator, and get both sides of the story out so you both feel like you're heard, I think. Capricorn. What is the truth of the sign of Capricorn? Whoa. That is way too many cards. Did we get in a fight with somebody, Cap, or what? The bottom is the Knight of Chalices, so there's still like, I feel like this is about timing for the soulmate of yours, for whatever offer this is. Somebody hasn't really learned a lesson that they needed to learn when it comes to communication, when it comes to other people, when it comes to getting attention from other people. Someone really hasn't learned that lesson. Tower card in reverse, it's like someone's avoiding something. Something's avoiding this. Somebody doesn't really want to talk about things. Somebody doesn't really want to open up. I feel like this is your energy. With the Eight of Pentacles, you're like, I'm just going to go work over here on my own little station away from y'all. Like, I'm not talking about this. You know what I mean? Like, stubborn asses. You're like, I'm just going to go to work. I'm not going to tell you how I feel. And I'm going to hide something from you. Someone's hiding money even. Queen of Wands. There is this energy of you kind of doing things by yourself, you keeping things to yourself, you carrying a lot of burdens by yourself, but at the same time, you don't have to. You don't want to be on your own. You don't want things to be like, you don't want to have to be paranoid about things. You want to feel like everyone's setting you up, like there's some foul ass shit going on here. But I think that maybe you needed to leave a situation, or they needed to leave a situation, whether or not it's a relationship. Some of you guys needed to leave a situation with a fire sign, because it's like a lot of fighting, a lot of drama. But I think that there was a break between you two, but then it's like now I think someone's taking the time to figure out like what makes them happy on their own, like without other people involved. Like someone kind of is like, I want to figure this out by myself, for myself, by myself kind of thing. But at the same time, you don't have to do that. I think I forgot these for Virgo, didn't I? Whoopsie. What are Virgo's romance angels and cards? So, engagement? Some of you guys are getting in a relationship with somebody, but you have to stay optimistic about your love life, because someone has some healing that they still need to do when it comes to family issues before they can offer love to you. And That's why they're not really opening up to you. This person had went through some things as a child that they still need to heal from, and kind of fucks them up when it comes to relationships, and it could be you as well. Even, and that's why there's no reconciliation right now. Even though for some of you guys this is a past life relationship. Jesus. It's not really coming together right now because there's some other things that need to be taken care of, so I feel like it's divine timing. Capricorn. Christ, the Sun, and Capricorn. Anyways, I hope y'all are doing well on this lovely Wednesday. Oh shit, Cap, what is this? What is this? Very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Because not only is it worth waiting for, but somebody wants to get married, like, now. You know what I mean? I feel like you're waiting on this person to tell you, like, how they feel about you. You want this person to propose to you for some of you. And they will, but maybe just not right now. Things gotta line up. Divine timing, Cap. What sign do we need next? Did I say you could sleep on my bed? Eve. Something popped out. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. We did Earth signs. Who do we do next? Well, I guess when the clock stops, I don't know, Bill. Shit. I've always heard, like, so many things. 6 of Wands. So fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. What are the messages for that fire sign? Starting with the sign of Aries. What is the truth of the sign of Aries? Sag life. Aries. What is the truth for the sign of Aries? Some of y'all are in a dark place. Some of y'all have some energy that might be from an old situation where you're like, I'm not waiting for this shit. I'm not gonna fucking talk to you anymore. But at the same time, there hasn't really been a final decision about whether or not you want to leave. Because some of you guys, like, you're happy with this person, you're comfortable with them, but your communication is jacked. Okay, I'm just gonna say that right now. What is the truth of the sign of Aries? Ten of Wands. A burden that we are carrying, but god damn it, if our stubborn asses aren't going to climb up to the top of the hill by ourselves anyway, right, Aries? You're like, I'm going to finish this. I'm going to do this on my own. I don't need no help. Because we haven't made a decision about what it is that we want to do. Do we want to go back to the chick with the house? Do we want to go back and live with them? Or not? You were bored. Someone was bored. I don't feel like you're super bored now. But with the moon card in reverse, you've kind of figured out which way you want to go. Or you're kind of heading out in a direction, but we're still kind of juggling some shit. We're like, this is what I want to do, but I feel like I could go this way or that way. So whatever idea that you had that you kind of started out on, that's kind of the direction that you should go, basically. But some shit's about to hit the fan with one of these situations pretty soon, so you might want to make that decision. You know what I'm saying? With the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the Sun card in reverse, some of you guys are in a relationship, or this is a soulmate connection where you're just not happy anymore. You know that this person has been down for you. You know this person has been there for you, that they're kind of not going anywhere. But for right now, things are like a little bit rocky. You're like, I don't know. I'm just not happy. Like, I'm depressed. Things are like, this is like, I'm just not happy anymore. You know, I think that some of you, you're not really like, you don't have a whole lot of anxiety and like, you're not really worried and stressing about this anymore, because I think that someone did make a decision, but it's like, you guys have to bring this together. One of you made a decision, one of you's waiting for the other one to say something, but it's like, in order for this to come together, you have to come together in the right way. Maybe the Sun card in reverse is like a temporary thing where it's not forever that you're not happy. Maybe you're just going through a rough patch. Someone's emotionally closed off or not talking to you. Someone might have left. Someone might have had more than one person. Someone left. It's like someone left a relationship, but then they came back. They left, they come back. They leave, they come back. They leave, they come back. It's like you don't know what you want, but at the same time you do know, if that makes sense to anybody. The truth is, Aries, you know what you want, but you're kind of still on the fence. Do I go this way? Do I make that final cut? Do I do this? Are we done yet? Are we there yet? Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Some of you guys aren't even like really attracted to this person anymore, because we have someone new. But it's not really coming together, is it? It's something that's worth waiting for because it's true love. But someone doesn't really feel that love thing. It's like someone wants to work on this, but you don't really love them anymore, because you want to call in your true soulmate. And I think that's, you know who that could be, but you still need to make that decision about what it is that you want, so that the universe can bring it in. Because if you don't really make a decision, how are they supposed to know? You know what I'm saying? Leo. What is the truth for the sign of Leo? Aiden. Aiden. What? Let me see the tablet. Is it truth for Leo? The battle wagon. Where are you going? Are you leaving? Are you getting a new car? Are we going to ask for advice? Are we getting counseling? Or are we just going to end a situation? What do you think? What should we do? Some of y'all feel like you made a really bad investment with marrying someone, because here's their emotions up in the air. You're not really able to move on from this. However, even though it didn't really come off the ground, you can't really like move on the way you want to, because maybe you invested a little bit too much. So you can't really pull back right now, because you kind of want to be the one that wears the pants, but you don't really have a whole lot of hope for this situation anymore, because you kind of already tried this a few times and it was like a dry run times 7. So some of you guys are in a relationship, some of you guys are in a marriage, and you feel like you need to take care of them because that's where your loyalty lies. But you're bored and you're not with them for some of you, but you still love them, and you don't really want to push people away anymore. I think you're like ready to let someone into your life. But it's kind of like, do we have karmic ties? Do we have people that we still kind of need to clear things up with, because then we can have the harmony that we want? Because someone is pissed at you, someone sent you some messages like, listen, F you, buddy, you know, I'm about to put some voodoo on you. Damn. A lot of fighting. There's a lot of things kind of, you're butting heads with this person, and someone is very powerful, more powerful than you realize, Leo, in this situation. And it's not really the light kind of energy, you know what I'm saying? No. This is the dark shit. And it affects the way you make decisions. And I feel like that's why you're not able to make a decision for some of you. If you're wondering, someone you have kids with, someone where there's kids involved, someone might throw the kid in the situation because that's kind of part of the manipulation. It's like they have a lot to do with what they like. Look how this guy's standing here next to him. Like someone has a lot to do with how you make decisions and how you think, because they're constantly in your ear, like telling you things, and you're listening. What are the messages for the Sun of Leo? Some of you guys have children with this person, and you really just don't have, like, you have really negative thoughts about this now, or they do. Even though it was your soulmate, you realize now it was karmic, and like you don't really, like, you want to get away from them, but you can't leave the kids, and you like keep trying to work on it because the other person keeps saying that they want to work on it, but they're kind of like using toy kids as pawns kind of thing, which is fucked, but truth. Some of you guys are calling in your soulmate. It says your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So you don't want to be codependent on this person that you're married to anymore, even though at one time this is what you wanted. You're kind of like, psych, I take it back. Just kidding about those vows and that ring and shit. I gotta go, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you can't really do that. Some of you guys need to free yourself from a situation that you're not, to go towards someone that you actually love. Because you're just not attracted to this person that you're with anymore. You're not really, you don't feel the same about them anymore. And it's because you were in love with someone else. Bottom line. Or you're someone that you're with is, and that's kind of who they're talking to, someone they're talking to on the phone. I didn't tell you that. Blame it on another psychic. Sagittarius. What is the truth for the sign of Sagittarius? Sagittarius. Message for the sign of Sagittarius. Sag life. What is Sag? What is the truth for the sign of Sag? Are we fighting with somebody, Sag? But at the same time, someone's emotions are kind of fucked up. It's like you tried to get this off the ground. You tried to put time into this. You tried to. Someone might be worried about finances, but at the same time, you know what you want, though. So it's like, no matter how you feel right now or how this person feels, you know what you want, but they don't. I think that's the problem. You feel like this is a lot of stress on you, but at the same time, it's like you're worried that this person doesn't want to be with you anymore. But you're like, this is this is the burden that you carry, regardless of whatever argument there was. Whatever kind of stress and anxiety you've had is ending now, but you need to let something go. And I feel like maybe it's arguing, it's breakup to makeup, things with someone you know at the end of the day is your soulmate, but it's like you kind of have to... someone needs to work on their heart chakra for one. That motherfucker is blocked like a motherfucker, almost clogged completely like an artery, you know what I mean? But it's like, in order for things to kind of come, like, there needs to be some work done. But I think that you're kind of standing steady with the King of Wands. You're sitting back with a little, I don't even know what that is, little weasel by the fireplace. Like, well, they're just a kid, you know, maybe they'll grow up, they'll figure it out, you know, we can start over, we can have this new beginning. I still want to put time into this because I know what I want. You know, you're the one that's always stood tall in that, because it's like, this is your wish come true. This is someone who makes you feel comfortable. This is something that you've seen enough into the future to know that how things are going to work out. So you're having patience with it, even though it's still kind of immature. It's not like fully matured yet. Someone's very more mature than the other person, especially when it comes to emotions. And you understand enough about this but it's still a lot on you to carry this. Maybe it's something to do with your children, but I just feel like you want to see this person, you want things to come together, but there's a lot of weird emotions when it comes to this. You know what I mean? I don't think they're yours. The romance angelic crisis in the Sagittarius. Someone still needs to heal and they're not, and you know that this person is the one that you love, but it's just like you feel like they play too much. You guys might be very different people. You might have very different views when it comes to love. You're not sure if this person loves you. At the end of the day, they could say I love you, but you're like, are you sure? You know what I mean? Pinky promise. Whoa, you just want this person to figure out what the fuck they want, basically. Like, decide. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. You want this person to decide once and for all what the fuck they want, because you're trying to like balance everything. You're like standing here with like, you know, when you carry in groceries, and if you're like me, you have like 17 bags on each arm, and you're like standing here like trying to hold your shit together, but you're like, and you still don't trust me. You know, there's still no trust here. Like, what the fuck, man? You should trust me by now, because this could be the one. You feel like they just still keep things. They're not making the effort. They're not telling you everything, you know, but it's like you feel like in the bottom of your heart, this is the one for you. You know, that you don't need to look anymore because you've already met the person that you want. The one you're looking for, you already have. But they need to jump on the bandwagon, you know what I mean? Aiden, bring me the tablet. No, bring it to me. That's what I said. I didn't say turn it down. I said bring it to me. We'll see. I think that it's under my name. I don't think it's under Aiden Hempel. I think it's under Emily Hempel. I'm not sure. What do we do next? Air signs moving slow as hell. Eight of Swords. Air. I guess we're on the air signs. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. What's up for the air signs? Aiden! I shouldn't have to yell at you. Who do you love? Aqua? But you're confused about where you're going. What you're doing. You guys are barely dodging some knives being thrown at you too, Loki. You keep trying to make something work with somebody, but it's not really stable. But it's like, I kind of want them. I kind of feel like they're my soulmate. We have a good time together when we're drinking. But here we are, chilling upside down. Hangman. Aiden! Do I need to count? Aquarius, then bring it here. Where's the truth for the sign of Aquarius? Now. Damn it. Eve, if you don't stop making those weird noises, you can get out of my room too. Come on!
Why?
What is it at? What's the battery at?
It's at 55%.
55? Booyah.
60.
52, it's warm.
Can I have it back?
I'm not done. I will be done soon.
So you just...
What?
Damn it.
Get out of my room, please.
Can I get it back after?
I said we'll see.
I don't like Casey.
You are the reason. Okay, get out. Corn god. Alpha. Aqua's the alpha. I call the shots. I am the king of the forest. I do what I want. But you don't want to be by yourself anymore. You don't want to have to do everything on your own. If someone doesn't want to do things on their own, get out. I love this song. I'm gonna turn it down. Do we need to have a conversation, Field Mouse? You know, the one that's running all over the place, doing like 17,000 things. You know, you got something to say. Someone has something to say to you. You're bored. You're bored as shit right now. Or someone that you're dealing with is. You feel like this is boring. You know what I mean? Someone you're dealing with is like not happy emotionally with you or in the situation. I think that someone just wants you to step up and like say something. Like, what do you want to do? Some of you guys are dealing with the earth sign. Could be a Taurus. If there was some kind of breakup thing with this soulmate person that you have in your life, it's because someone wants attention. Someone feels like you get too much attention, or you didn't recognize the connection, you didn't notice them. What are you doing? Like, I don't know. It's like the communication is off like a motherfucker. You're not really listening. You're still not listening to your guides, are you? They're like, this son of a stubborn ass. Some of you guys are needing to do something, like, especially if you're really bored, like it's a hobby. Some of you guys are artistic. It was going to come out of my mouth weird. Like very artistic, whether you draw, whether you write, whether you paint. There's something that you need to express in whatever way that works for you. Especially to the people around you that have no fucking idea. Like, you know, there's some blocks and they're energetic, and it could be money, but I feel like there's some blocks in the way. And I think that it's about you kind of realizing some things, whether it has to do with your mother or why you're not fulfilled emotionally, or this person. Because someone just feels like you kind of left them to go do what you wanted, or someone left you feeling that way in the past, but there's some things you need to get out on paper, and however that means for you. Thank you, Daisha. I have not done Gemini, and I haven't done any water signs. I do them less, or I try to. Whoa. You have let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others, which might be hard for you to do, Aquarius. I realize that because you're an alpha. You do shit on your own. You're the boss. You call the shots. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek, and somebody wants to give the relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Let's not do that. I like this song. I don't own copyrights to the music that is on YouTube Red. I have to say that because they tried to flag me like a couple times. Some of y'all need to get away with someone on a vacation and go discuss some things. You know, see a man about a horse, whatever that means. Libra. What is the truth? I don't Libra. I need to know. I love G-Eazy's voice. If he could just sing to me, that'd be cool. Libra. Libra is going to counseling. Libra needs to find someone that they consider like someone they would be willing to take advice from, maybe. It's time to talk about something for some of you guys. Get it out, whether that's you or someone else. Maybe about a situation that didn't work out with you and someone else. I think that someone made a decision though. Some of you guys are dealing with an earth sign. Some of you guys, if you were to get a reading or you have gotten a reading from someone, they told you that this is the person for you. This person's going to come and offer you love. And you're like, wait a minute. Are you sure it's the person that you said is going to come in? Because they're not offering me shit. So you don't have a lot of hope in this person or this situation anymore. You're like, you're bored. Some of you guys just need to walk through that door and just get it over with. You know what I mean? Like, whatever that means, like, go through this thing in your life, this elephant in the room, go through this and get it over with so you can move on with your life. Whether it's a breakup, whether it's a makeup, like, go through it, get it done. You know, it's like you want this person to be loyal to you, you want them to do certain things, but you're not really like saying that, or that's not really what's happening, or maybe they haven't actually said they love you, or vice versa. Like, it's really confusing energy. It's all over the place. But the truth is, it's like you've made a decision about what you want, or if you're dealing with the water sign, they've made a decision, but it's like they're still really feeling like they missed out on something, like they missed out on this opportunity with you. But I don't think you did, because this person hasn't really said anything. They haven't really came into your life yet. Shh. Be quiet, please. So I think that when it comes to a decision, you're not really sure how you feel. You don't know how you feel about this person. You don't know. You don't want to be alone, but you know that someone gets a lot of attention. You know that someone gets a lot of attention at their job or whatever they do for work. But it's like you're not really like overthinking it anymore. You can kind of see things for what they are. But it's like there's a lot of things when it comes to karmic ties and decisions, especially when it comes to another air sign, that maybe they're not who you thought they were. Maybe that they did leave you and go to someone else. And you're kind of like been avoiding either going through the motions of feeling that, or you're pissed off about it and you're confused about what your own feelings are about this situation, because maybe it was something that was in and out, didn't really get off the ground, could have been a one-night stand-ish type of situation where this person was just in and out of your life, or pole dancing, you know what I mean? Even though like you kind of had a vision that this was a person for you, that's not really who they portrayed. Another romance angel or card for the sign of someone as a wife. Libra. Libra. Or a double life, whatever that means. I don't know. So, there's a lot of passion here, Libra, but there's also not a whole lot of love. I think some of you guys are moving away from the situation because you realize it was kind of codependent. It was something where it was kind of toxic. There could have been some drinking, drugs, other addictions that were involved in this, other people. They probably came off as this person who was super spiritual and they'd always be there for you and they would help you, but they're the ones that need the spiritual advisor at this point. You know what I'm saying? Guidance, something. Gemini. What are the... I don't know what song this is. Oh, What did I do? What did I do? Alright. Gemini. What's the truth of the sign of Gemini? Gemini, what is the truth for the sign of Gemini? They need to know. It's like upside down. Whoa, whoa. I think you just want to be happy, Gemini. You want you and your family or whatever situation you have, you just want to be happy. You want everyone to be fucking happy for once. Like, you're dealing with someone who left you because they like attention from other women. You were married to them. You have kids with them. You thought that, you know, eventually things would be stable, but now your emotions are kind of messed up about them because they've probably, somebody had a child with another person, or there's children involved overall that are kind of maybe saying they're not really telling the truth about something to you, what they do for work or what they're working on, maybe. So you guys need to agree to disagree about something, but your communication is a little bit off right now. Someone's not happy. Someone feels like, did I miss an opportunity? Am I bored? Do I really want a boyfriend, or am I just bored? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what I want. But I feel like there's somebody that does. Some of you guys are dealing with the air sign. They definitely do know what they want. Air sign, fire sign. They know what they want. I feel like they find you very attractive. They think that they feel like this sense of fulfillment with you. Some of you guys are thinking about going back to school or starting something new, doing something new, or this could just be a new offer that's coming in or trying to come into you, like this person's gonna start talking to you again. I don't like that song. I think that someone kind of came back around to you and opened up to you a little bit, but at the same time, like, this person still is kind of not really sure what they want to do when it comes to a situation that they're still holding on to, whether it's you or someone else. It's almost like they just won't let something go, even though they're not really like closing you out of what's going on. They're still not really letting go of some shit that they probably should let go of. I think if someone wants to apologize to you because they do regret something, that maybe not providing for you in the way that they should have, or that someone can't really move on from you as well. There's a air sign who doesn't really want to let go, but they're just want that energy of coming in and out of your life, and you're like, I'm gonna have to go with no. You know what I mean? I gotta go. Someone's really immature. Someone needs to. There's something that you like doing, Gemini, that you should start doing again, just for yourself, to be happy, to give yourself like peace of mind, clear your mind, whatever that means. Maybe it's just doing something with your kids. Maybe it's painting. Maybe it's whatever hobby or something that you like doing, decorating. Something to keep your mind off of whatever is like repeating and something you can't really stop thinking about. What are the romantic angel cards for the sign of Gemini? Past life relationship. Release your ex. Time to come to clear your energy, because it's like you don't want to work on this anymore, or they don't, even though the sex game is probably on point. Son of a... It's like you don't even have anything good to think or say to this person anymore, because it's like you kind of caught on to whatever was going on, and you're like, I'm not going to put any more time into this anymore. I don't, even if it was a past life relationship, it could have been karmic, something that you needed to learn. Some of you guys did learn that. Someone you're married to, someone who flirts with people, but it's like, your true love, Gemini, is worth waiting for, whoever that is for you. Just chill with the beef and get some chickens. Now we have water signs left. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Look at you, Bill, on top of it. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I don't know how to get bitch. For the bitches in the bad name. You got it. 10-10. What does that mean? Doo-doo-doo. Cancer. Cancer, you got some guides around you, whether you know it or not. Some of you guys feel like you're getting old and you're kind of giving up on love, but at the same time, this Beauty and the Beast story that you're in is still very valid, and you love them, but you feel like they're immature. There's like some kind of person that might be trying to come into your life that's just like, pay attention to this, because it's like they got some they have some demons, we'll put it that way. They got some demons that are not of the greater good, you know what I'm saying? They could have the wrong intentions for you in your life, in your path, especially your spiritual path. 10 of Wands, it would kind of be a burden to mess with this again. You know what I'm talking about. But you're determined, you stubborn asses. You're like, I don't care, I'm going to carry this all the way up this motherfucking hill. Or this person you're dealing with is kind of like, they're carrying on to some shit that they need to let go of. And they're not letting go of it. Even though they do love you, Cancer. Very much. This is your soulmate that was going to come back in and offer you something. But are they still hiding something? You tell me. I feel like there's a part of them that they'll never open up about, and it's really heavy, deep, dark energy. Whether or not it has to do with you or not, I don't think it does. It's up to you to decide what it is that you want to do. You know what I mean? You know about all of this. This isn't new. You're like, man, I don't know. What are the romance angel? Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Because it was codependent. There were some addictions. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So, I feel like you have a spiritual connection that is of importance to you because there's religious factors. But I feel like you guys aren't really settling for less either. Some of you guys are like, listen, I want someone on a high vibration that matches me and what the fuck I'm going through. Someone who's gonna like help me, you know what I mean? Someone who's gonna tell me the truth, not keep shit from me. Free yourself is in reverse. It's like you're unable to break yourself away from someone in your life, and you know who that is, and that's because this is something that you're trying to get to spin in your favor, but people have the power of free will at the end of the day. So it's like, if they choose to still hide things and not open up and be in this low vibration, then they're not going to be allowed back in your life. Especially you guys are vibrating at a high level. It's like they're going to be blocked of coming back or whatever this is, because they're not going to be able to come at you on anything less than you deserve, you know. Pisces. What are the messages for Pisces? What is the truth, Pisces? Pisces, Four of Pentacles. What are we doing? Are we holding on to something for dear life? Not really opening up about it. This is a very big lesson to be learned. There's a lot of things still to be learned, even though I do see the sun peeking through the clouds in the background. It might seem a little dark right now. There's some things that need to be faced in this situation, but at the same time, like, this is something you had to learn, whatever this is. Because we have Nine of Wands with the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Communication isn't the greatest. You're still very guarded to someone and paranoid about something, or maybe someone you're dealing with is because it's like you're not communicating with them about something big that happened in your life. You don't see this as you see this as a missed opportunity, but it's like, you know, at the end of the day, like, this is a person that can make you really happy, who could provide for you. You see yourself growing old with this person, but at the same time, you feel like there's a lot of issues, or this person feels like there's a lot of issues that are kind of like blocking you from doing what it is that you truly deep down want to do. Because the emotional stuff, feelings, thoughts about feelings, things about love is kind of a little bit off, because it's like there's something that you're not saying, there's something that you're not talking about, there's something that you're not dealing with, there's something that you're not facing. The elephant in the room is like, you know, what is this about myself that is blocking me from being happy with the person I want to be with, or vice versa? There's something that needs to be worked through, but it can't be worked through if you're not talking about it, basically. And it's hard for you guys to communicate. It's hard for you to get over this hump, because it's like a big ass hump, and it's like you guys are both staring at it, but it's like nobody really knows what that is but you. So you'd have to explain that to the person you're dealing with in order for them to get it. So it's time to talk, I think. It's just, it feels heavy. It feels like it's like something really heavy that it hurts you a lot, or something someone said, something someone did, maybe it was another person, it hurts you a lot, or you hurt someone a lot, or you don't want to do that, or something along that line. It's just a really heavy feeling. It's like there's a reason you don't trust people, there's a reason why you don't want kids, or you don't have kids, something like that. Something to do with kids and not trusting people. Whoa. Love yourself first, Pisces. You have your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So maybe it's time to show yourself some of the love that you're missing in your life, because I just think that it's very true what they say. Like, you can't truly love anyone else until you love yourself. Like, until you take that time out to like look and like face the man in the mirror, like, I'm kind of a fucked up piece of shit sometimes, you know what I mean? Or the situation or whatever, maybe someone did this to you, or this is how you feel, but you gotta let those things go, because at the end of the day, everyone deserves love. It doesn't matter if it's from the person you think it should be from, but like, everyone deserves love. Things are supposed to be vibrating in love. That's the whole point of getting out of the 3D generation, you know what I mean? The 3D matrix. Like, more love needs to be everywhere, and it starts with yourself, you know? Then someone else could make you happy, actually, because otherwise no one's gonna know what the fuck to do for you to make you happy until you're able to be happy within yourself. And not avoiding those things, like suppressing things. Like, there's a lot of things that you're not able to talk about with people, and I'm not throwing shade on you, because I know what that's like. I'm just trying to tell you, like, there's gotta be more love given to yourself. The same love that you crave so bad from another person is what you need to give yourself. It's like, you never really had that, so how can I give that to you, or how can I expect someone to give that to me, or how can I explain or put into words what love is for me if I don't know what that means? That I can't describe that. I don't know what that is, you know? Heart to heart conversations in reverse. You need to tell somebody did you wrong, Pisces. Someone you really love did you wrong, right? You don't have optimism when it comes to love anymore because someone fucked you up really bad. And it's like you want to hurt this person really bad for what they did to you, but that's not in you because you operated in love. You tried to give them love no matter what, but at the same time, you didn't get that back. But you still love them. So your part of you is like, you didn't have to do me like that. You could, you know what I mean? You could have told me a long time ago, you know, this is what we were on. But it's like someone did something, whether it was new, old, whatever. You just don't, something's off. But then at the end of the day, there's still a reconciliation that's here for you. So it's like maybe just make a mental note that if you're wanting someone to come in, you want someone to come back into your life, what you need to do to get there, what this person needs to do to get there for you. You have to expect more, like expect more for them, expect more from yourself. Know that's what you deserve. You deserve better than that. You deserve someone that actually puts the time in, that gives you what you give them. Otherwise, what's the fuck is the point? That's not love. That's a crutch. That's an enabler. That's a codependent situation where you guys like rely on each other because you're both really fucked up, but that's not how it should be. Why can't you come together as two whole people? And you know, I watched something on Facebook today where it was Will Smith was talking about him and his wife, where when they first got married, they thought it was two people coming together as one, but they realized after a while that it was two people coming together as two separate journeys, but they decided to go on it together. Because some people in this life are not meant to be together, and you try to make shit work because you think that you should be on the same page, you should do the same things. But what if you're two very different people and you know that this really wasn't meant to be, but you fell in love with them, so you're trying to make it work? Well, then you have to accept the fact that you're going to have to go this way sometimes, and they're going to go this way sometimes, but you're okay with that. You have to be secure enough to let them do that or let you do that and then still want to be together. I feel like that's the only way to make it work for you. Scorpio squad, what's the truth? What do we need to know? Y'all be nice. Scorpio, what's the truth? What does Scorpio need to know? Standing stone. This is where the gods would come together and kind of hash shit out, where everyone was like completely honest about everything. Like, do we let this completely fall down, or do we try to save it, or do we just light a match? Like, what are you gonna do? You know, because there's some arguing, there's some disagreements. So you guys might disagree on some pretty major shit, but at the same time, is this something that's written for you in the stars? Like, regardless if there's been some fighting and disagreements, regardless if someone hurt your feelings, or can you even this out? Can you even the score? You know, I feel like there was, you guys were on a break with somebody, you weren't talking to them, or maybe you just spending a lot of time by yourself. Listen, y'all. I mean, I feel like some of us have been in hermit mode. I just feel like Scorpio, whatever's meant for you is going to be here for you. So whoever you want in your life is, it's like, do you want to fight for it or not? I mean, I feel like Scorpio's done fighting for people. It's like, you got to prove your spot. Do you want to be here or not? It's like, there is some depression here. There's some things here with someone that it wasn't, there again, it wasn't someone that you thought it was. But it's like, when you have the angel and the devil on your shoulder, who are you listening to? You know what I mean? You have that choice. You can pick it out. I feel like someone's going to be coming and communicating with you. But this person is like, you don't really understand each other. Okay, have a good night, Bill. I just feel like you're not really happy right now. Something isn't making you happy. Maybe you want to talk to someone. Maybe there's an ex situation still that needs to be kind of let go of. For some of you, it's like you have this feeling like this is what you want in your life. Like this person makes you like you're really comfortable with this person, but at the same time, it's like you don't really know how they think about it. When it comes to like anxiety, whoever's overthinking, whoever's like wasn't really in the right place before, I think they're coming out of that now. Some of you guys are operating at a really high level. Some of you guys are readers, your spiritual guidance people, you have shaman abilities, you have these things, but it's like you're single doing this, and I think that bothers you. You feel like there's nobody really on this journey with you, like you're riding solo. You know what I mean? But this is what you like to do. If you truly like doing this, it's like continue on with this, and whoever's meant to be here will be here, and whoever's meant to go will go. You know what I mean? If something's truly meant for you, it'll always be for you, is what they say, right? No matter what happens, no matter where you're at, if this is who's for you, then that's just what it'll always be. What are the messages for this Scorpio? Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Well, damn. We don't like hearing that. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. You feel like someone's not really making the effort to come into your life, but at the same time, maybe there's a reason why. You know what I mean? Like, this is something if you really want that you're going to have to wait for. Like, things are being worked out, but maybe it's not up to you to make the effort this time. Maybe it's not up to you to be the one to be like, hey, excuse me, Flo, I'm still kind of here in the background. Like, you know, time waits for no one, right? I mean, I don't know. But at the same time, we have to, like, stop and think, like, is this what we want to wait for, or do we want to move away from this? Because I feel like there's a lot of different situations. Some of you guys did need to learn how to love yourself on your own, completely solo. You had to take this time out to figure this out. But at the same time, you're not really able to tell someone how you feel about them. You're not even with them, really, technically. But you can't really tell them, like, how you feel. It's not really something that's easy to do for some of you guys, even though at one time you felt like there was a really strong connection. It's like someone's not making the effort now, or whatever the case may be. I think someone still has feelings for you though, Scorpio, but it's like you need to tell them or they need to tell you. Like someone needs to say something, I think. It's just like a lot of like unsure energy, like I don't really know, but I kind of know, but I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't even know what song this is. Well then, I don't even know who that dude is. Kind of looks like Amigo. Alright, does anybody have any questions? Otherwise I'm gonna jump off this jam. Been sitting here for a hot minute. A question, you do a donation to my PayPal. Otherwise, if I miss it from the live, whatever the case may be, just email me at Cassie at Hempel795. So I hope everyone has a good night. Bye.